Hey guys, I'm David here at Barber Surgeons, today with Suavecito to talk about the new oil-based pomade. Right now, Alex's hair is clean and dry. We did a little bit of blow drying, so it's a little fluffy. It feels good. It's nice and soft. We're gonna put Suavecito oil base on him right now. We're gonna get him all slicked back, greased up. Get to see how it looks on Alex. So like always, I'm gonna take a little bit. I'm thinking it's gonna be pretty easy to work it into his hair, so I'm gonna go real easy. So I want to get it all around. I'm raking it through with my fingers and kind of just letting my palms glide over. I want to stay away from all this short side. I don't want to put a bunch of oil-based product all over his skin. It is a heavier product. You know, there's a good more amount weight to it than the water-based. So you don't really, and plus it's oil-based so it doesn't wash off, so you don't really want to have it all over your face and everything. So I'm more careful about not wiping it across the forehead or putting it on the hair part that doesn't need it, because this is all extremely short still. Gets a really good shine. The oil base is real shiny. Still really easy to run my hands through his hair. You can do like a good different gradient of looks with this, because he could call this done and just have the shine and be able to run his hands through his hair all day. Keep it really flexible. We're gonna keep putting some more on and show the difference. I'm gonna get an equal amount to the first time. Still not a ton. Going against how we even want to comb it so I can work it all in there underneath. And this is something that he's gonna use not just today, but he'll be able to keep this look tomorrow, possibly like 3 days. Because the oil base is something that you can build up. So if you want to keep wearing it for the next day, it's gonna work really well. I got a good amount worked into his hair. I'm gonna apply a little bit of heat with the blow dryer. We're gonna really work it in there. Feels good. It's like really flexible right now. All the heat makes it like really easy to run your comb through it. And it'll set a little bit, but it'll still stay combable throughout the entire day. So get like a good hold. It's gonna hold everything back. Gives them a real sleek look. But at any time of the day, he's still gonna be able to push his fingers through it. It's really easy. Or to run the comb through. And this is definitely something easier where like you can like carry around your pocket comb. You have like your wide teeth combs. These are really soft. This one has like, it's really rounded on the edges, so when you're like raking it through, it's not like scratching at your head. This is definitely more like an oil-based comb. So for those guys that like to restyle their hair, they're used to carrying around a comb, they like to make sure everything's really in place all day, and they don't want their hair to just get hard. This works really well. Even if he wants to change it up from it being combed and run his hands through it, and have it's hard to say natural because it's still super shiny, but a little bit more easygoing look. The flexibility of this pomade is going to allow you to continually comb or run your hands through it at any point. So David has clean, dry hair. We're gonna put some oil base on him. We're gonna glop it on. We're gonna put a lot of this heavy product on him right now. And we're gonna get it combed up real perfect. This one, same thing, just like with any other product. I'll start off with a bit and I'll work it in and add more as I see fit. With this one, with the oil base, I'm probably gonna use a little heat from the blow dryer, kind of help work it in. It's gonna get a lot of shine. With the oil base, get a good shine. He's gonna get a lot of hold. But one of the coolest parts about the oil base is that even with all the hold, he's gonna be able to still comb through it throughout the day. So just like anything else, I like to get that little bit. I start to work it all over. Even if it looks a little funny right now, because I'm pushing his hair all the wrong way and standing it up, I'm trying to get it at the bottom and make sure that I'm feeling it on everything. I'm not just like running over the top and ignoring everything that's underneath down there. You're starting to see the shine. It's getting a lot in there. And you can feel it as I run my hands through. You can tell where it's missing or not. It's still heavy right here, but that's cool. I'm gonna start with wider teeth because I'm just working it in. And you'll see it as I'm combing through, like you'll feel the tension. And when I add the heat, it starts just letting it go through. Because the heat's softening it up. So I'm not trying to yank on his hair. Or if you're doing it for yourself, I'm not trying to yank on my own hair. It doesn't have to be like that. That little bit of heat just gives it the flexibility. I'm taking it to that point where I feel the tension. And with the heat, just melts it through. I'm getting everything pretty much in the direction. All of this, just with the weight of that product, you can see how his hair that normally stands up a lot can settle down a lot more. I'm gonna go against this right now. I like to have this all going the same way so I can pop this up in the front really nice. I can keep combing through it and combing through it. And actually, when you wear it for a couple days, the more you work it, the more you're combing it, it gets easier and easier and it'll start settling more and more. And even taking him from his side part right now and how it's perfectly combed over to the side, exactly as it is, I can comb right through it and take it back a little bit more. Very moldable, very flexible. If you haven't used it, it's kind of a weird idea because it's such a good hold for oil base. You know, it gives you such a good hold, but it's still completely flexible at the same time. So normally it's a little hard to understand because it's kind of competing ideas. Normally you're either looking for something flexible or you're looking for something with a lot of hold. This gives you both, but definitely is a heavier product than a water base that you would try out. Still gonna give him a little bit of volume up front. So we got Dan here with clean, dry hair. We're gonna use the new oil base on him. I think he's a really good candidate for this product. He's got a clean, like classic style. He likes his hair, like he likes the comb line look and everything to be set down really perfect. So we're gonna oil him up. Just like anything else, starting with a little bit. Though he keeps his hair decently short, you know, there's nothing on the sides to work with. His hair's still pretty thick, it's kind of coarse, so I'm not gonna be afraid to put a lot into his hair. It's a little bit more to work with, but it definitely gives back to you in the same way. I've got a little bit on there, just on the hefty part of his hair. I haven't put anything over here yet. You get a little bit more. I don't want to force it down all on this short part where he doesn't have a lot of hair. Because it is oil-based, I don't want him to feel overly greasy. So I'm not trying to just glob it all over his head where he doesn't have any hair to even absorb the product. So I'm being careful around the shorter side. It definitely needs product, but it doesn't mean I need to just slap it all over his head. Even the baby hairs in front, I'm kind of staying away from that at first until I'm ready to be a little more precise and use that as my finishing touches. Right now, I just want to really work it in. I want to get it all over. Get it on the ends as well. I don't have to worry too much about the ends yet because I'm gonna apply a little bit of heat. And when I do that, the heat is gonna kind of push it towards the end. And just as you wear this product for the day, couple days, it's gonna melt a little bit and you're gonna feel it get all over anyways. Feels pretty good. I'm gonna put a little bit more. It's still warm from the heat of the blow dryer, so it's a lot easier for me to run my hands through right now. Get a little bit on there, those baby hairs. Now we're gonna start with the finishing touches. Like I said, we want it to go to the side. I'm using the wide teeth, pulling it across his teeth are going all the way down to his scalp. Got enough warmth where I'm not yanking on his hair right now. I'm using my other hand to smooth it out. I still have a lot of the product on my hands. Use the wide teeth, start pulling this back up in the front. And just using my other hand to kind of smooth it out as I comb through. When you take a shower, you still get a little water through it, but it's gonna last because the oil and water don't mix, so you can still rinse yourself out to feel clean, but you'll keep some product. Be able to recomb right out of the shower. If you need more the next day, you might want to put a little bit. For the most part, it's gonna last you. now that you've got to see a little bit of using Suavecito's oil base on some different types of hair, you know, the things that you really want to worry about or things that you're interested in knowing about it, maybe a little bit more of some work to get it into your hair. You saw me using a little bit of heat from the blow dryer, same things, taking it easy, applying a little bit, adding more as your desired look requires. I'm not afraid to go heavy on it. The lasting factor means all day you're not worrying about it feeling any different, even wearing it for multiple days and not washing it out. And then when you are done with it, you're gonna spend a little more time shampooing, but definitely for what I like to say is for the guys that like to carry a comb in their pocket and always look real sharp. Keep it flexible and a really nice glossy look. So once again, I'm David from Barber Surgeons in Fullerton, and thanks for listening to me talk about Suavecito's oil-based pomade.